It's one of the many amazing stories of the Bible. With a catastrophic storm on the way, Noah is given a monumental task: build a boat big enough to save mankind from a flood that will cover the entire earth. Sight and Sound Theater's stage production of Noah is headed to movie theaters nationwide. And Katie Miller of Sight and Sound Theater joins us now as the granddaughter of the founders of Sight and Sound. Tell us how this all got started.
Yeah, well, my grandfather grew up in Lancaster, Pennsylvania as a dairy farmer, and through a series of tragedies found himself needing a new vocation as his father had to sell the family farm, and he began relying on his creativity to make ends meet. Eventually, he took our multimedia production on the road and opened our first theater, which kind of, to set the stage for what we have grown into today, which is a place where people from all across the world come to experience Bible stories live on stage.
It's amazing. And why is Sight and Sound Theaters filming a stage work like Noah and showing it on movie screens?
We have our two locations, Lancaster, Pennsylvania and Branson, Missouri, and we are so honored to welcome nearly 1 million people through our doors every single year at our two locations. But we know that not everyone can come to us, and we are passionate about these Bible stories. We want to make them as accessible as possible and extend the Sight and Sound experience beyond our existing locations.
Amazing. And what would you say is the difference, between the audience experience between Noah on stage and Noah on screen?
Well, if you've ever been to visit us live, you know that our theaters are big. They have 2,000 seats, 300-foot wraparound stages, and there's a lot going on in the story. When we are able to capture it on film, which we do in front of a live audience because we want that experience to translate to movie theaters, we're able to capture perspectives and angles that you might miss sometimes in the live experience. So you get an up-close perspective of the actors' emotion on their faces and the quirky little things that the animals do, and you kind of just have your own personal experience right there in the movie theater.
And what will audiences be surprised to learn about this well-known biblical character and story?
Yeah, I think for me, it's always about being able to relate to these characters. I think sometimes when we think about Bible characters, we don't think of them really as being people like us, but they truly were. And so for me, being able to connect to Noah in a way where I start to, watch his hopes and dreams for his family and the loss that he experiences and his own self-doubt as he relies on God's promises, it's just such a cool experience to realize that he was a person just like us and had to step out in faith just like we do every day too.
Now, Katie, I understand that you're joined by a very special cast member today. Who do you have with you?
Yes, I would like to introduce you to Omar. He's joined by Billy, and this is one of our animal actors. He has been on our stages for the last 12 years in several shows, including Noah. So you'll be able to see him on the big screen next week.
Amazing, and it's amazing. So what's it like working with all of the animals? I was looking at the footage and seeing the animals up and down the aisles. What is it like working with them?
Thank you, guys. Well, it's never dull. When you combine live theater and live animals, there's always something happening for sure. And even just as an employee, being able to walk in every day past our barnyard and greet these guys first thing in the morning, it's a great way to start the day, and they are truly an extension of our Sight and Sound family.
Amazing. And what do you hope audiences are talking about after seeing Noah on the big screen?
Yeah, I mean, Noah is such an extraordinary story. It is truly one of hope and the faithfulness of God's promises. So we hope that as audiences experience this story with their loved ones, that they leave the movie theater with their own sense of inspiration and hope for their own lives.
And finally, how can people find out where Noah is playing near them?
Yeah, the easiest way to get information is go to noahevent.com. You can put in your zip code and get locations and show times for a theater near you. We hope to see you at the movies.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time. Noah is in theaters April 9th, 11th, and 13th. Katie, thank you so much for your time. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too.